viewers around the world, and welcome back to a brand new video. This is XP Gaming, and please ignore the default skin. Yep, there we go. There we go. Like I was saying, what's up viewers around the world, and welcome back to a brand new video. This is XP Gaming, and today, I know some of you might have been waiting for this video for a while now, and we're finally going to be looking at every single, and I mean pretty much every single map change that's noticeable anyways, at least. So we're going to be looking at every single map change and basically new features, new weapons, basically everything in today's video. And the next video will be all the storyline changes, so make sure you stay available for that. It might even be uploaded today, who knows, probably tomorrow though. But for now, we're going to be looking at the new items, new guns, and basically for now we're going to be just looking at the new map changes and items and guns and stuff like that. So let's start this video and I'll be saying time. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is actually map changes. So let's get into it right straight away. So for the map changes, I probably should have picked a different place to land. But to be honest, there's a place right here, so let's just go there. So we're going to go ahead to Hunter's Haven. There's a gun right there, so we can use this to our advantage, as you're about to see. So before we do go there though, I want to test if there are AIs in Battle Lab. Otherwise this video might not be as useful. Let's see. Because usually, if you don't know, an AI does spawn here. Because if you look at this character, which is a Battle Pass character, there's actually Condor apparently. Some Spear of Vengeance, Gift to an Ancient Ruler, and then Escape Sight. Basically, he's a Battle Pass character, and he's just kind of a demon type thing. And I don't think he is in Battle Lab. But maybe that's just because they don't spawn 100% of the time. And what's that weird music? Wait, what? And I am quite confused right now. These guys don't usually appear here. I've been here before and these guys don't appear. So while we're talking about map changes, I'll also be talking about the new guns that are back. So wait, no tactical assault rifle, really? If you ever go into Fortnite game, you might meet these guys and they're the most annoying thing in the entire world. Literally. There we go. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. I know that wasn't the best start, but let's keep going. Let's keep going anyways. So anyways, today's video we're going to be checking out the map changes. I already told you this. And the first thing we'll be looking at is map changes. So let's go ahead to Hunter's Haven, which is our first map change destination. Right over here. So if you go ahead, this place right here, there's a bunch of new locations, as you can see, and this is way too loud, wow. There's a bunch of new locations, and the first one is Hunter's Haven. We're going there right now. So, let's start with map changes, and as you can see, there's an entire sandy area here. So, if you remember, back in Season X, I'm not sure if some of you might have played in Season X, but for those of you who played in Season X, you'll probably know that Season X obviously is a X Roman numeral 410. Anyways, basically Season 10, Season X, whatever you want to call it. And during that time, basically, the map changes that actually happened during that season weren't a lot. Basically, when the season uploaded, the season came, there weren't a whole lot of map changes. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna waste my time here. So there weren't a whole lot of map changes when the season came out. There was only like 1 or 2 new locations, one of them being the Dusty Depot. And people were wondering like why. I mean, a lot of people were happy that the Dusty Depot, the OG place for map, obviously. But however, they were like, why are there so less map changes? Where's all the map changes at? And that's when we found out where all those map changes were. Turns out, this season, for whatever reason, Fortnite, well, I mean, we did find out later why, but there weren't a whole lot of map changes because they were giving the changes over the season. Basically, every week or every 2 weeks, somewhere around that. I think it was every week, but I can't confirm, and I'm not even gonna waste my time here. And basically, those 2 seasons, every 2 or 1 week, I think it was 1 week, but I'm not sure, so I'm saying that. A new location popped up, and between the time of each location, we would see rift beacons, as they were called, go around their locations. Basically, if one appeared in Paradise Palms, that would mean it would be changed. Paradise Palms would change eventually, and we got to see a lot of new locations. I think it was mainly old locations, but sometimes they brought old locations in with a twist. And yes, also during that time, we did actually get to see the seasons come back, but turns out the locations, OG locations, come back, but they have something weird, like a weird effect. Basically, they had their own time zone, they had their own zone, and once you enter the location, there would be a purple bubble, purple like circle covering it, and then you would realize that something's changed with that location, and then it turned out that location had a specific thing, like Retail Row literally had zombies. When Greasy Grove actually came back in the place of the Ice Lake, and it actually, every once in a while, anyone who's in it, they would literally stop doing anything. Basically, they could not, why can't I break this? They actually could not do anything, because every once in a while it would turn dark. It would like they would keep dancing and nothing could stop them. They would just keep dancing, but everyone would stop dancing. I'm gonna take out these guys because I know they will shoot me eventually, and I need to explore this location. And why are you coming up to me? Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. But basically, if you don't know, IO guards actually have IO tactical assault rifles, and yes, tactical assault rifles are back. I know. That's great. I really love tacticals. And like that, you know, I don't even care, because we're pretty much done with Hunter's Haven. There isn't a lot to talk about. But during that time, the locations rolled out over the seasons. They rolled over time in that season. A bunch of new locations came. There were combinations of old locations mixed with some kind of team, like Tilted Towers turned into Tilted Town or something like that. So now let's focus back into why this video is even being made, which is the new locations, and I'm gonna land at this part just to be safe. So Hunter's Haven, if you don't know, there's like bounties this season. Basically, you can go to one of the AIs, which I'll explain what I mean by that if you don't already know. And when you go to them, you can actually accept bounties, and this season's kind of like about hunting bounties and stuff like that. Revenge. So yeah, so you can actually accept bounties, and this is kind of like a hunter's place to live, kind of just take a risk, from what I understand. And basically, this entire season, it's apparently going to be revolved in the storyline format. I know this is in a storyline video, but I'll say it for now because this is extremely important. All the new locations actually have this in common, this sign right here. It's not the best way to look at it, but if I go to the middle of Hunter's Haven, it's a better way to look at it. This place, this thing doesn't have a name yet. I'm hearing people call it a lot of different names, but until it gets a proper name, I'm just gonna leave it as whatever it is. So this logo, it represents some kind of, I don't know what the word is, a group, an agency, kind of like Ghost in Shadow, some kind, I forgot the word, like, yes, an organization, yeah. And people are saying this might be evolved to the 7, because obviously there's 7 of these marks, including the middle one, which does make sense. It could be some kind of special meaning, but I don't think that's true, and since when could you break this? But I don't think that's true. I think that's just a coincidence. I just don't feel like this might have anything to do with the 7. So if you actually go to the back of Hunter's Haven, either it's in the front side or the back side, there's actually a secret bunker. Basically, I believe there are 2 of these on the map, and by now they've been found, so it's not a big deal. But basically, aha, there it is. There's some kind of secret bunker for whatever this organization is. And we don't know their intentions at the moment, but I assume, like, maybe it's gonna be for establishing order or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. But yeah, we don't know yet. But it has only been a couple days since the start of the season, and I don't think this is the correct place. I think we're at the wrong one. But there is one of these places around Hunter's Haven, which leads you to a secret bunker. Is that in this game mode? Is that not in Battle Lab? Is that why? No. But anyways, so that's a Hunter's Haven. Okay, secret organization, interesting Hunter's place, and blah blah. Let's explore the sand area. Now that's interesting. So let's start with the 0 point. So we all know what the 0 point is. I don't think I need to waste my time explaining. 0 point is an energy source. It powers Fortnite, and from what I understand, in the Fortnite world, it powers all 7 realities. Which, but if you don't know, you must not really care about the storyline. But anyways, if you don't know, basically there's, I believe, 7 realities in Fortnite. That's just the theory at the moment. We're not sure if this is true or not. But at the moment, if it appears that there's 7 realities, I think this is one of the entrances. And yes, this is one of the entrances. Let's go down here. So if you couldn't tell already, these walls are actually unbreakable. It might be because they're underground, because Fortnite doesn't want us getting in, but I think it's both the reasons. It's literally underground, but I think it's actually because these things should be unbreakable. Like, I'd expect this to be unbreakable, but see? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's because this place is special. And people apparently are hearing noises from this, and they seem Jonesy's talking. So if you listen really carefully, you can hear some stuff. We'll try to stay quiet as possible, but basically we're gonna hear some weird mumbling and talking. It's kind of creepy. Oh wow, this really is creepy. If you go in game yourself, it's actually pretty creepy. Yeah. So I'm not sure if you heard that weird building noise. That wasn't just my match, that was an actual building noise, for whatever reason. So yeah, whatever this organization is, it's pretty creepy, and we'll probably see more of it throughout the season. So anyways, if we go to one of the newer locations, which is right here, this is the next new location. I'm being really slow, even though I told myself, hey, XP Gaming, make this video quick, but I'm not doing a very good job, so let's do this quick. Anyways, that's the 0 point, the thing that powers Fortnite. It's been unleashed, which is kind of what this season's storyline is tied around, that the 0 point is out, and now this organization might be trying to stop it or something. I think it's run by Jonesy, and from what we saw in the trailer, Jonesy is the 7th enemy, which is interesting, kind of, I think. And if you go here, that's a 0 point, and I've heard some theories that this is changing daily, which I think makes a lot of sense. But turns out they're not just theories, because it actually changed over like yesterday than it was before, and I can definitely see it if I go in here right now. And if you ever wondered what happens, that happens if you go to 0 point. I just think it's a cool little thing. You also get shield back if you didn't know that. You actually get shield if you go into 0 point, which is kind of cool. Let's just break this to get what I'm looking for. There it is. So these things, let's go through this fast, are called 0 point crystals. If you press your jump button twice, you start teleporting all around the place like this. You can go through builds if that's what you're thinking, but it does make for, you can escape pretty quickly from storms and stuff like that. So let's keep going to the Coliseum. That's an actual location. So I'm not gonna waste my time actually exploring the location, because this is taking too long. So instead, I'm just gonna tell you about them. So this is also run by the Order, as you can see. Whatever this thing is, that is the Order. And this is a place is also run by the Order, kind of. It has like a throwback to it. Salty Towers. I know a lot of people like Tilted Towers, and now it's back, and I'm happy too. But I died a lot there, so yeah. But it was like it was one of my favorite locations when I started playing Fortnite, so I'm really happy that it is back, which is great. Always great to see an old location come back, even if everyone hated it. And I'm not saying 3 towers, I mean like just generally locations. If you're wondering where we're heading to none other than the Mandalorian. Now I myself have not actually seen like the Star Wars movies and stuff like that. I've recently started binge watching the movies. I'm trying to watch them in the best order, trying to find the best way to watch them. And yes, I have started, but as of now, I'm not really a Star Wars fan. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know there's stuff like Force and Jedi, kind of like the good guys. And oh, let's just not talk about that then. But anyways, that's the ship, and apparently, for some reason, they vaulted AIs except IO guards from, yeah, Season 5. There used to be them in Season 5, but I guess they're gone now, which is interesting. And if you're wondering why I'm fishing, there's some new fish, and I told you this is also about items, and we're about to finish the map changes, so let's get on with it. So as you can see, Tilted Towers and Salty Springs have kind of combined and make this thing now right here, Salty Towers, which is interesting. Again, it's kind of like a throwback to Season X. Let's move on to the last location change of as of now. That is none other than Stealthy Stronghold. Now, Stealthy Stronghold, honestly, it might be the most boring location out of all of them. At least for me, I just don't know why. It's just an extremely boring location. It really is for me. I just didn't find any interest in it, and I just realized, how are you supposed to get pro fishing rods? If you don't know, they actually vaulted item machines, or I believe it's called item machines or item grenades. Upgrade stations, yes. Upgrade stations. So they've actually vaulted upgrade stations. And I was like, well, why did they do that? But it wasn't that big of a deal. But then I realized, hold up. There's some items that can only be used with upgrade machines and stuff like that. So that's really interesting. You can't get pro fishing rods anymore from upgrade machines. You can only use them through just random. You can just try to find them, but you're probably not gonna unless you land a location with a lot of fishing barrels, like that Lazy Lake building or that Craggy Cliff store. But there are basically some new fish, and I was really hoping I could show you guys, which I am right now. So anyways, that's all the map change. The Stealthy Stronghold, again, is one of the most boring locations in my, at least I think so, because it doesn't have any guys, and it's just a jungle type place, which is cool and all, but it doesn't have a lot of structures, and there's not really anything interesting about it. And if you're wondering why I'm searching so many chests, I'm trying to find none other than the Dragon Shotgun, the worst shotgun in the game, like that will ever be in the game, and I mean ever. So anyways, that's on the map changes. Let's hurry up to these. Let's go on to weapon changes. A bunch of weapons have been vaulted. Most of the weapons have actually been re-added. The reason I've been gathering some weapons is because of this and to get the Dragon Shotgun, which is a new weapon. These weapons right in my inventory have actually been re-added to the game. A lot of weapons more, I think. There's a few more weapons, I believe, but I'm not sure. So I'm trying to remember. So 2 shotguns have been re-added to the game, and obviously you can see them in my inventory. The tactical has come back to us. I know a lot of people love the tag, and I don't know why Fortnite vaulted it in the first place. And now it has returned, and so has this, the charged. Now I know a lot of people didn't like the charge, but I honestly loved it. I don't care what anyone says. I honestly really liked it. And when they voted Iris Guys from it, I was pretty sad. And I know some people don't really like the charge, but honestly, if you don't like it, just pick another shotgun, man. And the thermal fish, I haven't actually caught that yet. Interesting. But anyways, yes, finally. Okay, so we've already pretty much said everything you need to know about attack, so let's just replace that. And this is one of the new fish. I've caught it. So I believe there's 2 new fish in the game. I haven't actually finished my fishing book at all. I haven't really been trying. But I have caught some new fish. So basically, these are the 2 new fish that I know of as of now. The zero fish, the 0 point fish, and the rift fish. I mean, there are different variants of like a rift fish and stuff like that. Like this is a Galactus rift fish or something. And can this only be caught with a... okay. So basically, as you can see, I've got some items in my inventory that I just caught. And now, basically, okay, and you know, let's go back to the items. Also, this place is back right here, beneath the landmark, so I'm not really talking about this, but yes, it's not only Salty Towers that is back, Salty Towers, but a lot of, like, 2 other locations as of now. Tomato Town right here, and I believe there's Dorburg is back also, as well as Flush Factory. but they're not actual locations, so I'm not trying to talk about them. And if you're wondering what the Rift Fish does, I think you've already guessed. Oh, what a surprise, it Rift 2. But anyways, Rift Fish is pretty cool, and so is 0 Point Fish. It does the same thing as 0 Point Crystals, and yeah. So, another new item that has been unvaulted is actually the P90, or the submachine gun, I should say, which is its real name. Basically, it's back, and so is the heavy AK. No weapons have been changed, but I do believe that the AK has been changed. I mean, I believe that none of the weapons have been changed except for the AK. Now, the AK, I think it's honestly gotten more worse than it has gotten better, because basically, what they did, they made it much faster, which is kind of odd, because obviously heavy weapons are kind of supposed to be slow, but they do more damage. That's kind of the whole point. However, what they've done, they've actually made the heavy AK so much faster, because compare this to a clip of the old heavy AK, and you'll be shocked. Just look at this. It's gone way faster, it has a different sound, and this might be good, right? Well, it turns out its accuracy has been decreased tremendously. Like, a lot. It's been decreased tremendously, and basically, it's really hard to aim at anything, just generally anything. It's hard to aim at anything, and it's pretty annoying. So to think that it's gone, so I think it's gone more worse than bad than good, and maybe that's just because of my aim. But I honestly don't think it's gotten better. I was pretty excited. I was like, okay, it's faster. That's gonna be pretty overpowered and interesting. But turns out its accuracy is just terrible. So don't expect more people to be using it. How did I not get a single fishing rod? And I know pro fishing rods is still in the game. Like, that is incredible. That's not something that's gonna happen. Also, it turns out sharks are still in the game. I was surprised too. If you didn't know, they were actually in the game during season 4. They're hard to find, but yes, they were in the game during season 4, and they're still in the game. I honestly don't even know like how, why, but yeah, they're in the game. Did I do something with my battle app settings? I just checked them. There's no way this is my luck. But anyways, as of gun changes and unvaulted changes, a bunch of weapons have been unvaulted. I'm trying to remember what. The pump and the combat have been vaulted, but I'm not sure about other items. Another Rift Fish. Wow. That's great. So the pump and the combat have been vaulted. I'm trying to remember other items that have been vaulted. I mean, obviously the mythics got vaulted, but that was kind of obvious. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that. So the mythics have been unvaulted, and that's about it. They've been vaulted, but honestly, more items have been unvaulted, and I'd rather talk about them. But anyways, yes, those two, yes, we've got it. The 0 Point Fish. Let's just take a bit of a break, because we just got the 0 Point Fish, and I do want to talk about the specific item, and that's new. Tiger Zero Fish, that's interesting. They're actually called Zero Fish instead of 0 Point Fish, but honestly, what I'm saying makes a bit more sense, so that's why I call them that. But anyways, I believe there's a bunch of these 0 Point Fishes, kind of like last season, where basically there was only like 4 new fish, but they were just like called crystal fish, or yeah, crystal flopper or something like that. So yeah, probably like more around 6 new fishes. Wow, this is incredible. Kind of boring too. Honestly, just let me catch something. Okay, there we go. It's done. Wow, that's so off stuff. So the 0 Point Fish, as well as this one right here, we're gonna take both of them, and I'm gonna show you what they're about. So I'm gonna use them right here, and you'll see what they do. Basically, if you press X twice, it makes you teleport like this, which is honestly really cool if you're swimming. And I already showed you that with oh my gosh, that actually scared me. Do you mind? And I'm not dealing with this. Wait, what? Die to fall damage, idiots. That scared me. Wow, that just completely caught me off guard. I have my volume really high, so this is... Oh my gosh, that ruined me. Honestly, I hate these IO guards. if you couldn't guess already, they kind of actually, they work for the agency. They come out of those boxes, and if you actually look at the boxes, those were actually built by whatever that organization's name is. Whatever, we'll probably find out later. And wow, that scared me tremendously. I did not see that coming. But anyways, that's what the 0 point fish is. I hope you guys enjoyed the 0 point fish and stuff like that. And that's all the major changes for weapons. At least for weapons. If there's any other, I'm pretty sure. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I don't believe there are any weapon changes other than, of course, the shotgun that's been in the game file since like season 3, the dragon shotgun. But honestly, you've probably heard of that, and honestly, it just sucks. I don't think anyone wants to hear that. Like, I know some people, I know a lot of people have their own opinions. I think that we can all agree that the dragon shotgun is just terrible. Honestly, I hope it becomes changes. It's honestly like an April Fool's, early April Fool's, I should say, prank. Because there's no way we've been waiting for that for so long, and then they just give us that. There's absolutely no way. But anyways, that's all the changes to it. Those are all like map changes and stuff like that. The last thing we need to talk about is new features. So they've added gold, and hopefully we can do this quick. Basically, they've added gold now into the game, and the way it works is basically when it gets saved over your games, and I have like 300 at the moment. I don't have a whole lot. I haven't been playing Fortnite much, but basically it does save over your games and over time, over matches. And because of that, you can catch quite a lot. You can get quite a lot of it. And I'm just trying to get some new fish. I think those two are the only new fish. But I'm just glad they did add new fish, honestly. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it as of features and stuff like that. They've changed AIs. They've vaulted bosses, which is really interesting. They actually like vaulted all the bosses. And vaults, pretty much. They've vaulted the vault bosses and stuff like that, and they've replaced them with basically these AIs, which you can trade gold with, or you can do the tasks to get gold. And you can spend gold. You can spend them to get really crazy weapons or just special stuff that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And you can use them to get a new rarity of weapons called exotic. And I believe there's 5 exotic weapons, and these are said to be exotic. Necessarily isn't better than mythic or anything like that. It is good. It's definitely better than at least purple. But exotic weapons, it's not about being good or bad. They just have special features. They're like really cool items. They have their own thing, and they kind of do weird things. And I don't think I've caught a swordfish until now. No, jellyfish, I mean. What's this thing? So anyways, that's a jellyfish. Not a new fish, we've seen this before, but yeah. Just catch one and see. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's actually 40 AIs on the map. There's actually a tab for collections now, which you can view in the lobby, which is clean last season. And as you can see, I have unlocked 1, 2, 3, actually it says right here, I've unlocked 10 of them. There's 40 of them kind of like in fishes. I've unlocked a lot more fishes. I'm actually first, apparently. I've always liked more fishing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was pretty long. A storyline video will probably also be coming. The last thing I wanted to say was that if you're ever hunting for gold, it's hard to get, even though you can save it up over matches. You can actually get, believe it or not, these vaults. Basically, those big vaults, remember those? Those, which I just said got vaulted. Turns out, they've kind of been replaced with these really small vaults, kind of like chests, placed around the map. And if you find them, they'll give you like 100, and somewhere around 100 to 200 gold. And for that, they might even give 300, which sounds a little sketchy, but honestly, you never know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is XB Gaming, out.